y'all, welcome back to a brand new episode of Confessions with Lo. Before we get into it, if you are not already subscribed, go ahead and subscribe to the channel, give this video a thumbs up, leave me a comment down below, and turn on your post bell notifications. So we're gonna get right into it, y'all. The first confession we got says the cops came after me. She said, "Hey Lo, I just want to start off by saying I love you and your videos, and I'm so proud of you. Keep doing what you're doing, girl. Thank you so much, and I love you too." Okay, so this one might be a little long. When I was 16, I used to date this boy. We're gonna call him Dusty. Not Dusty. Dusty had my ass in a damn chokehold of love, just young and dumb. So one day, me and Dusty came up with the bright idea of me living with him, even though he stayed in the damn basement of his mama house. Anyways, I knew my mom wouldn't be with it. I mean, obviously, I was 16. He was 17, by the way. So I packed my little spend a night bag with the essentials and a few outfits and told my mom I was going over my friend's house for the night. So I hung out with my friend. Wait, hold on. Your mama just like let you go and like didn't ask no questions or nothing? Ooh, my mama would never. Do you hear me? Going to your friend's house for the night. Who is the friend? Let me talk to the mama. What's their first and last name? Finna do a background check. Yeah, my mama was extra just like that. But as she should have been, okay? So I hung with my friend for a few hours and then told her that my friend was picking me up. Well, that friend was actually Dusty. So he picks me up in his little Honda Civic and we hit the road to his mama's house. During this time, his mama was in jail and he had like 10 siblings. Yes, 10. All living in the same house that had to watch over. All living in the same house that he had to watch over for a couple days until his mama got out. So the first night went fine. I was thinking I was just so grown with my boo laid up until, girl, my phone started blowing up. My cousins, my mom, my siblings was texting me worried where I was, and I told everyone I was fine and I wasn't coming home. By the time days passed, I'm starving. Dusty didn't have nothing for me but some tap water and a Black and Mild and some leftover pizza I ordered days ago with the last little bit of money I had. Hold on. That's what you get for being fast at 16. That's what you get. This man had you in his mama basement with his 10 siblings and couldn't even give you a damn butter sandwich. He couldn't even give you a slice of toast, a cookie, a crack. You said tap water and a Black and Mild. Smoking is the last thing you should be worried about doing right now. Your mom sounds like she put out a whole Amber Alert on your ass, and you over here still laid up with this man. See, that's what you get, friend, for being fast. So I'm annoyed, hungry, tired of waking up to trap music blasting in my ear and blunt smoke in my face at 7 a.m. See, that's what you get. So me and Dusty was going at it a lot. He was very abusive and controlling, so I quickly regretted my decision. But I knew if I went home, my mama whipping my ass and my phone is gone forever. So I stayed. I know, stupid. Girl. Because listen, never mind. One night, me and Dusty in the bed doing the nasty. And his mama hollered down the steps, "Dusty, the cops is here for you." So I'm like, oh shit. I quickly put my shorts on. And he comes back here. And he makes me crawl behind the dryer and puts a teddy bear on top of me. The cops walk past me and shine a bright ass light. I'm trying so hard not to breathe and cry at the same time. They didn't see me, thank God, because that would have been awkward walking out his mama house with all of those kids looking at me in handcuffs. So the next morning I woke up and packed my stuff and made my way home. I didn't want to bring trouble to his house, to his mama house, all because I wanted to be grown. I went home and my mom took everything, my phone, my damn TV, any little thing I enjoyed I was done for. I was grounded for a whole summer and my mama made sure my location was on before I left the house after that, as she should have. Now, was it worth it? Was that worth it? You done got your freedom taken away for a nigga who is slinging weenie in his mama basement, blowing blunt smoke in your face at 7 a.m. Girl, I bet you won't ever do nothing like that ever again, huh, sis? I bet you won't. Thank you for sending in that confession. That was funny as hell. She said 10 kids. Hell no. Okay, next confession. This next confession says, "Call me Santa, ho, ho, ho." First, I want to say I love your channel. Ooh, pause right there. She attached a receipt. She attached a screenshot. I love that. Y'all can send me your receipts. I will never post them like on, you know, like in the video or nothing, unless you say I can. But y'all can send me receipts. I love that. So first, I want to say I love your channel and your stories inspire me to live in my truth, and I know that's right. So boom, mini story time / confession. I was dating this guy. We will call him Trauma. Trauma was one of the worst relationships. He treated me beyond horrible. From writing girls on social media in my face, posting pics with other girls in moments that he was supposed to physically be with me. He even had girls picking him up from in front of my house, and he would walk to the nearest store to have them pick him up. Mind you, he was staying with me. The worst of what I went through with him. But just a little backstory of our relationship. Trauma and I met in 2011, and started an official relationship in 2013. We broke up in early 2015, and it boiled down to him getting locked up. He was the local tree man, and I picked up on moving his product while he was gone. He comes home, I get robbed because of him. 3 guys kicked my door down and held me at gunpoint. Oh my God. We moved out the house, and he ended up telling me I was never his type, so that he could continue to be with the girl he had started messing with. She was initially just one of his sales. So after we broke up, there were 2 of his friends that I still remain friends with. We will call one friend Teeth and the other CEO. These are the 2 friends that showed genuine concern about my mental health, but never exposed what Trauma was doing behind my back. Oh, so they acted like they was like there for you, like they care about you, but they never told you like how much of a shitty ass man he was. Got it. Teeth would pull up, match up. I had lost my car, so if I ever needed a ride, he was there. I would shop with him, and he never tried to hit on me. CEO was a tree man too. I would pull up, match up, play the game. A few other homies that were mutual friends of Trauma would be there too. No one ever tried me. Everything was platonic. Fast forward from 2015 to 2020. CEO and I ended up linking up. I always liked CEO because he was always so level-headed. He never did too much. I love his persona. When he pulled up, our vibe was so cool. We talked about old times, and he ended up confessing his love for me. He explained that when he first met me, Trauma made it seem like I was a bop. Like they were going to be able to run a train on me, but when we hung out one-on-one, he saw that's not who I was. CEO and I ended up linking a second time about a week after the first linking. We ended up getting it in his Camaro, and fast forward, I ended up pregnant, not knowing if he's my baby daddy or if my actual baby daddy, who I already have a child with, is my baby daddy. Wait a minute. So, like, was you like, I know I be asking these questions, and I know, like, y'all not gonna be able to answer me, but, like, were you in a relationship with your baby daddy? Like, when you was messing with Mr. CEO? I never pushed the issue. I do have receipts of CEO recently asking to do a DNA test because he was initially excited about my pregnancy and was disappointed when I dismissed him from my life. Fast forward to 2022, I started hanging heavy with Teeth. Teeth was the sweetest. But he had a guard up because he's not the type to express his feelings. He ended up taking me out of town. My current boyfriend / baby daddy had been locked up since April 2020, and we went, what is OOT? Out of touch? Got out of touch. I'm going to assume that's what that means. Tell me what OOT mean, y'all. I'm going to just assume, because OOT, that makes sense. We went OOT July 2020. It was a very sweet moment because I knew his love was genuine. All of those years went by of him wanting me but not expressing it out of the respect of Trauma and I's relationship. So while out of touch, she put OT again. So while OT, I gave up the goods. It was the best. He really took his time with me. It went up from there. Fast forward to early September 2022, I got pregnant with Teeth's baby. Okay. And I ended up having an abortion November 2022. It was just too much, and the decision ruined what Teeth and I had. This is the shortened version of our situationship. But yeah, I know this probably was all wrong, but I don't care because of how Trauma treated me. Plus, I really cared about Teeth and CEO. And question, should I let CEO do this DNA test, or should I leave it alone in hopes that the person I already have a child with is actually the father? My daughter is almost 2 now. Okay, and the screenshot she sent me, I guess this is CEO. He said, oh, I'm not supposed to be reading this to y'all, never mind. Yeah. Since you asked, you definitely should do a DNA test. You definitely should. And I know you sent this on May 6th. I don't know if it's too late. Yeah, you definitely should do a DNA test. Yeah, that's just my short answer. Yeah, I definitely think that you should. This was a wild ride, actually. Yeah, you were just, yeah, you was out here just living life. No judgment though. No judgment. So thank you so much for sending in that confession, sis. Love you. Yeah, go get that DNA test. Okay, y'all, we're gonna do one more confession. Let me see, this one is long as hell, so yeah, just one more. So this one says, lying / rat ass bestie. Oh Lord. So she said, my name is blank. I would like to stay anonymous, so I'm not going to say your name. But hey, girl, she said, love your videos. You be having me cracking up at work. You can make up a name if it's needed. It's going to be long and have a backstory as well. We're going to start off the story on how I met my now ex-bestie Copycat. The ending to the story is the reason for her name. Okay, let's get into it because this is really, really long. So she said, we officially met in middle school, but acquainted the year prior in 5th grade. She had this one girl who she considered her best friend. We're going to call her Annoying. She was considered the school snitch and nobody liked her. Some point in school, I sat at lunch with them for the first time, but before I did, my friend group then gave me a warning to be careful. Any little thing you say, she will go run and tell. As I'm sitting with them at lunch, there's this boy next to us who don't need a name for real. I want to say he was special needs because he was quiet and had to have assistance from time to time with some staff. He had some hot fries and they were stale, and how I know, you may wonder, is because Annoying wanted us to take a chip since he offered, because I first said no thank you. I normally don't feel obligated to do something I don't want. I felt bad after Annoying said we should be nice because he has no friends. After I bit the chip, I said it's stale, and then I put it on my lunch tray. Annoying instantly got mad when I told her I'm not eating the rest, knowing herself is stale. I'm not eating the rest, knowing herself is stale. Oh, knowing herself is stale, like the chip. She stormed off. Is y'all? Okay, you said y'all was in what, 5th grade? Y'all really doing this over a stale hot chip? Okay, I gotta remember y'all was some kids. She stormed off, went to the office to snitch on me, saying I wanted to fight her. Delusional. I didn't find out until after lunch, sitting in class. Then getting called to the principal office 15 minutes later with them reporting what she said. I told them the truth, and what she said was a lie, and it was about a stale chip. I'm sorry. Fast forward, they called my parents before they called your parents. What are we doing? Okay, let me get myself together. Fast forward, they called my parents before the meeting and both told me to stay away from her because I'm never in trouble and she's known to snitch on anybody / anything. Copycat apologized for Annoying and told me I should listen to her and do what she says because she'll blow up like that. That's how she is. I told her that's her friend and I'm not doing nothing she says, and I'm not sitting with them ever again, which I meant, and I stood on that the whole year. The next following year, Annoying was no longer attending my school, which means Copycat decided to hang out with my friend group because she no longer had a friend there. The only thing my friend group didn't like about her was her BO. Uh-oh. She said, in parentheses, she smelled like fish. Okay. I had to always be the one behind her in the line waiting outside the class to go in because everyone kept getting behind each other because of the smell, even the girls in the friend group too. P.S. She was told by students and staff and nothing changed. We actually became friends after this point because I started talking to her more. We had a friend in our group and we gonna name her Rose. Rose and Copycat became closer even after we graduated middle school. I lost contact with them the first year after and reconnected back the summer before 10th grade. Rose started dating Copycat cousin, and they were calling each other best friends and hanging out with each other too as well. We all went to different high schools. Even though I started back communicating with them, it wasn't often until 11th grade, and Rose was out of the picture when she broke up with Copycat cousin. Copycat cut her off and was mad at her because of that. She tried to set me up with her cousin. I said hell no. In a conversation, she told me since she graduated middle school, she was only really talking to Rose and 2 people she met at her school. Guess what I did once again? Introduced her to my friend group at school. We all got along for the most part. In the friend group, you had me, Bunny, Thotty, France that went to my school, then Copycat. Thotty and Copycat became close and had a lot in common. You'll find out why. Our friend group started having tension towards the end of 12th grade year and continued outside of high school. Thotty was starting to get exposed for lying and literally exposed too. Hint, watch, that's her name. At one point around the time we were dating these 2 lames, we were all friends in the social group. Thotty was 18. The oldest out of us was dating the 15-year-old who was the youngest out of the lames. Thotty lied to us and told us he was 16 and we told her that was a bad idea. Apparently, guys from high school had a group chat on Kick and was exposing females. There was another 15-year-old that was in the 9th grade. Thotty called her brother because he was cute, he was cute to her but too young. The rest of us girls was 17 and the other guys were too. Thotty brother exposed her because she sent a video to him messing with herself. To her brother? We found out because her boyfriend broke up with her saying she cheated. This is a time where we found out Thotty is a liar and a fast tail and needed to be watched. She decided to tell our friend group a video got leaked of her, and she doesn't know how her boyfriend won't believe her, and she's telling the truth. Copycat told her she believed her, and behind her back told me she doesn't. I later found out from the guy this is a lie. I later found out from the guy I was with the truth. He sent me screenshots of the whole video of her she sent to her brother. Girl, tell me why she said her brother's name in the video. Wait, what? Tell me why she said her brother's name in the video saying it's for her and she hopes he likes it. Oh, I keep thinking this her real brother. This her play brother, but still, play brother or not, why is you... Okay. Hold on, I lost my face. He put her on blast in the guys group chat and told her boyfriend, hey, this ain't your girl, and dropped the video. The whole high school of men were lame in general. I just knew better and moved smart and focused on me. Yes, never send nothing across them lines, across them phone lines, unless you don't care about getting it reposted, exposed, just don't do it. Fast forward, we confronted her and she still kept her lie going and decided to move on to the next. LOL. Side note, Oh, that was just a message just to me. I can't share it with y'all. But damn. After she moved on, my bestie Copycat and I unfortunately was still dating the other 2 lames. I say unfortunately because I didn't want him. My bestie wanted me to open up more and stop being picky, and I chose to listen. Big mistake. Her was a follower. Was a follower. Maybe you meant he, was a follower to Copycat boyfriend. Oh, okay. A lot of times, and just not it. After Copycat boyfriend got what he wanted from her, he broke up with her. Damn. My gut feeling tells me the same gonna happen. Copycat cared but didn't because she was already looking for the next, just like Hottie. Copycat disrespectful boyfriend cussed her out and broke up with her harsh because she kept asking why he couldn't tell her. I'm confused as to what's going on right now. Mine's ghosted me basically, wait, Miles ghosted because basically since his friends weren't dating Miles, he didn't know how to say that and disappeared. I low-key was thinking of ways to get out anyways, because nothing was given. Then had the nerve to hit Copycat up and say him and his best friend / her ex want to switch back and forth on and on. I told her, tell him hell no, I'm not interested. I felt like she only called and told me because she was interested, because she normally would have been saying no. Like, what you mean switch back and forth? Like, he wanted to date you, like her ex wanted to date you and your ex wanted to date Copycat? This is a lot. Okay, let's keep going. So Copycat is already trying to find me someone else, and I'm telling her no, I'm good. Side note, Copycat was lying and telling people we best friends our whole friendship. I just let it slide. Was y'all not best friends? Oh, the whole friendship? I guess y'all weren't best friends the whole friendship. I'm confused. Okay. And she just got done calling it. Wait, we have two completely different types, but I did notice when the times when we went out, if a guy approached me and she just got done calling him cute, she would make a weird face but not say anything. College time is approaching. Me and Copycat wanted to go to the same school. We found a college we can stay on campus together. All we had to do was pass the test placement to get in. I ended up passing and bestie Copycat didn't. She told me she was just going to hair school or this community college. I still wanted to go to the one I passed and my mind was set on it. Tell me why Copycat posted on Snapchat if I don't go to a school my bestie not either. I hope y'all cannot hear this damn lawnmower. What she mean if I'm not going to a school my bestie not either? What are you talking about? I completely was confused because I told her I would still go there and just retake the test and get in. And she should just retake the test to get in. She had an opportunity to do so. Luckily for her, my parents changed their mind on me going there because they didn't like how it wasn't as diverse as they thought, and I ended up getting a scholarship for a community college while making a decision and went with that. I told Copycat which college I chose, and she said, no, you should go here to this one. She didn't even go at the end. I told her I had a scholarship to pay for my 2 years, and I'm not missing that. She caught an attitude, which I noticed she started to do a lot. When I got to college, I met a guy who I'm currently with. I was really feeling him, always talking about him. Copycat asked me if he had friends she could talk to, and I set her up with his cousin. It didn't work out, but they would still flirt. A few months later, Thotty had a room for her birthday and invited my boo and his people, which Thotty told me to do. And I invited my boo and his people, which Thotty told me to do. I was happy, of course, but Copycat kept getting mad. I didn't want to do things under pressure. My boo and his people brought liquor, and I wasn't ready to drink. I was 18, but didn't drink, which you shouldn't be drinking at 18. Anyways, my boo wasn't pressing for real. He drunk mines for me. Copycat invited dudes next, but I told her since another girl didn't show up, make sure you just say 2 guys for her and Thotty, because I'm strictly dating my boo and the other girl not here. Tell me why 3 guys popped up. So I went to the bathroom with the tension in the room felt awkward. Before I went, Copycat told me he was already with them, but I felt like she was lying. She kept whispering in the guy's ear, which made me feel uneasy, like she was about to set me up. I told Thotty I was going to the bathroom and calling my boo because I felt uncomfortable and to knock on the door when they leave. She did just that, and for me, and they didn't stay long, maybe 30 to 60 minutes. I ended up leaving the next night before they invited the dudes again. The friend that missed the first night came in the same dudes, and they all did something with them. Friend, I'm confused as to like what's going on in the story. I ain't even gonna hold you. Thotty is the one who told me everything that went down, including her and Copycat. Apparently, they planned in advance. They were going to do something together that night. I asked bestie Copycat and she denied it. She said Thotty was lying and I don't believe her. She said Thotty was lying and to not believe her. I decided to ask friends in our friend group, was it true? And she said she believes Thotty and showed messages. One thing about friends, she is going to get the facts if needed. But if I'm your best friend, why do you feel the need to lie to me about you messing with the girl, especially that's our friend? I don't judge, it's your life. After the room situation, Thotty decided to talk to someone Copycat said she dated before, which led them to falling out and me joining my bestie because I defended her. Fast forward, again, next year of college, my bestie Copycat decides to go to my college. Here's the thing. The guy she is dating is on the basketball team there. She wants to do double dates now, and we did. Here's when my eyes really opened about her being a user. We already talked prior about the plans, so we knew the cost ahead of time. We get to the mall. My bestie starts acting weird and keeps walking ahead, calling me to come here, and then dragging me away, saying she trying to make her boyfriend mad. I asked her why she didn't give me an answer for real. By her doing this, my boyfriend was getting mad at me. I told her that, and she didn't care and thought it was funny. Then we get out to eat at this restaurant across the street? Whatever. It felt awkward a bit because Copycat and her boyfriend kept whispering to each other. After we eat, we head to the movies, which was a short distance walk. Y'all, I don't know what's going on in this story. If you are confused, I'm not even trying to be funny. I am confused as well. But we are too deep, so we're going to just keep reading. We get to the movies and get in line to pay for the tickets. My boyfriend is paying for me and him, and then I turn around and see Copycat and her boyfriend avoiding the line. I go back there and ask her what's going on. She tells me that they don't have money. I'm confused on how they don't when she knew what we were doing, and she didn't even buy anything at the mall. My boyfriend went ahead and bought their tickets because they said they'll pay him back, which they never did. The more I started hanging out with my bestie, the more I kept catching her in lies. This girl had me meet her at the mall. Parents almost dropped me off, but decided to walk around and wait. Parents almost dropped me off, but decided to walk around and wait with me because she was taking too long to be on her way for an hour when she lived 15 minutes away and never showed up. My parents just took me shopping, then I went home. The next time she came over and told me she wanted to go to the movies and would pick me up after she dropped her boyfriend off at his home because he had to pick her up in her car. Tell me why I got ready at the time, and she told me the time she told me to because she'll be there to get me. When the time hits, I'm dressed and she says she can't go. She has no gas. Then an hour later, post her and her boyfriend at Coney Island. I was irritated because my parents rarely let me go out often, and the times they said yeah, she pulled that. She even used the excuse her uncle in the hospital and had to cancel so many times. I decided to cut her off when I was leaving the school. When I was leaving the school with her and her boyfriend to grab some Taco Bell across the street, her boyfriend told her he want to miss practice, he don't feel like going, and she told him to just say your uncle in the hospital. I do it all the time. When I say I got so pissed because I was walking in front of them when she said this, I was just so silent. When we get to the car, a guy from the basketball team who I had Spanish class with walked by us and spoke to her boyfriend. She proceeded to tell her boyfriend out loud she should hook them up. Wait. She proceeded to tell her boyfriend out loud, oh, you should hook them up. Thankfully, he knew I had a boyfriend because we exchanged Snapchats in our class. We had a group project because no one wanted to give actual numbers. He proceeded to tell them she has a whole boyfriend. I'm good. Then I proceeded to say, why you say that knowing that I'm faithful in my relationship? She laughs and said, I'm kidding, it's a joke. Her boyfriend chimes in and thinks it's funny. Little do he know, that's the day before she was on FaceTime with her ex at the school saying she missed him. I proceeded to text my man and tell him everything that was going on. He was mad, of course, and handled it. Copycat boyfriend ended up apologizing, and Copycat was mad because it was a joke. Joke my ass. It's like she kept wanting me to do things she was doing. I wasn't for that. She kept hiding things from me that was stupid to hide. Like the fact that she was back friends with Thotty, but kept making it seem like to me she can't stand her, which is weird because I never would bring it up anyways. I just started ignoring her, and she caught on eventually and assumed my boyfriend was the reason why, and I shouldn't be with him because he gonna leave me, and what am I gonna do if he does that? All of my decisions are based on my own feelings. I couldn't be friends with someone like her. She still owes me money from the mall, and another time I paid for a Lyft because her boyfriend had her car. When I cut her off, she instantly talked stuff about me to everyone she didn't like and wasn't cool with that didn't like me either. She proceeded to want to rebuild our friendship. Girl, bye. Me and my man made a YouTube channel. Then this girl got back with her ex. It was on FaceTime with and stated, a channel doing the same, and started a channel doing the same exact things, the same exact type of videos right after we do it. Then she got another new man after doing that. LOL. Icing on the cake is the girl never wanted kids, got rid of the one she conceived. Now I have a baby, and a couple months later she pregnant and keeping her baby. And people tell me the name is similar to my daughter. She copied all the way down until having the same Instagram bio. I haven't went to go check to see for myself. My friend France does, and my nosy cousin of mine who likes drama. I think it was meant to cut her. I think I was meant to cut her off. I've grown and have my own things I've worked for, elevating, and my old friends are having kids but still in the same position as before. Hold on, I lost my place. My mom always bringing her up to me saying she looks lonely and like she has no friends and I should talk to her. I told her I'm good. For me to explain everything, you shouldn't be wanting me to be her friend anyways. What do you think, Lo? Should I? Listen. That was a long story. And y'all tell me if I'm wrong, if I'm following correctly, Copycat just was kind of like fake and phony. She did a lot, it seemed like, for attention. She didn't have like your best interest at heart. She didn't have like genuine intentions in y'all friendship, if I'm following all of that correctly. I think it's good to, like, you know, forgive people if you did have like any type of like grudge or resentment or any bitterness. It's good to forgive, but just because you forgive somebody don't mean that you got to go mess with them again. Like, just because you forgive them don't mean that you got to go back and be friends with them, be in a relationship with them, like nothing. Like, forgiveness does not equal reconnection. Let's make that clear. For the most part, this just sounds like a whole bunch of like childish, petty stuff. Y'all were young. You might still be a little young. I'm not sure. This just sounded like very like typical girls that age do stuff like this. So, me personally, I'm not being friends with nobody who do stuff like, why are you trying to hook me up with another nigga? You know I got a boyfriend. Like, shit like that. Like, I wouldn't personally, but if you feel like y'all friendship meant that much to you to where like you like, I can forgive all of the stuff that you did, all of the weird stuff that you did, and we can move forward, sure. You don't got nothing to lose by having a conversation with her. Me personally, I would not do it. But this, I feel like this confession story, whatever you want to call it, was like a whole bunch of like random incidents that y'all had. It was a lot. It was a lot. But if the bottom line of this was she was not a good friend and you wanted advice on if you should be friends with her again, me personally, I would not. But like I said, if y'all relationship held more weight than that and it's bigger than all of this, the petty stuff that she was doing over the years when y'all was in middle school and high school and all of that, go for it. Yeah, because this was a whole bunch of really petty stuff, in my opinion. But y'all was young, so that's expected. But yeah, make sure you are subscribed, give this video a thumbs up, and I'm gonna see y'all next week for a brand new episode.